Have you ever felt that someone is watching your every move? Some of you might even know who it is. Some of you might be guessing that it's the ex-narcissist. Most probably it is. It's like your life is a stage, okay? And they're just watching everything that you do. But why? Like, seriously, why would you be doing that? Why would somebody want to stalk you, watch you, maybe even not just online, but in person? No matter what you do, all eyes are always on you. Whether it's through social media, constant texting, or extreme measures, they need to keep a watchful eye on you. But why? And it seems like it's more than just an obsession. This is what we're going to be talking about in the video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. Do you know what? I've covered this topic quite a bit on this channel, but I thought to myself that it'd be really important to cover it again from a different standpoint, more of a psychological impact that it will have on you and why someone like this will do this to you. And it's a known fact, they will. You might not think that they are, but they do. And there is a variety of reasons why this person is like this. So I'm going to be really talking about this, how it has an impact on you, but what you can do to help yourself. Okay, so let's talk about it. Why do narcissists actually watch you? Why are they doing this? I understand that it's most probably the end of the relationship. You haven't been in contact with them. You might have even looked maybe on social media that this person has moved on. They've got another person involved, another supply, and they're still watching you. They're still trying to keep tabs on you. But why? What's going on? Why is this person doing this? First and foremost, my friends, you know why this person does this. This is all about power and control over you. What I mean by that is they have something called objectification. So they objectify you. They feel that they own you. When you have an object in front of you, that means that you feel compelled that you own it. So when a narcissist feels that they own an ex, or they feel that they can control and manipulate an ex, this is what is going on in their mind. They are objectifying somebody. So there's no real connection to that person. It's more about being able to own it, being able to control it. You tell it what to do or what's going on. And that's indeed what the narcissist does. They don't connect to you. They feel disconnected from you, but they feel like you are a possession, something tangible that they can control and use to their own means. Watching over you gives them power to understand what your behavior is, your actions, and try to determine perhaps maybe what you are thinking. They want to know what you are doing, who you are with, and where you are. Another thing is all about a sense of superiority. So when they are tracking you, they're observing your actions. You see, narcissists, when they watch, if you think about it, it's from a distance, okay? They watch from a distance. So they feel that when they are behind the scenes, it's not going to be so obvious. It's going to be a little bit more covert. But what they feel is that they know you better because they're watching you. They're trying to analyze you. They know you better than you know yourself. And many of you have probably actually even heard this. There's also the aspect of paranoia and insecurity. Narcissists are deeply insecure. Okay, so when they are watching you, they don't want to make it so obvious, even though it probably is obvious it's them. But again, like I said before, they do it from a distance. They don't want to show themselves up. That's a fragile ego. Imagine if you were to knock them back or not give them the satisfaction that they are looking for. It's going to embarrass them. And this constant watching stems from fear. That's ultimately where they are operating from. And like I said before, it's all about ownership. Narcissists see people as extensions of themselves. So where do you end and they begin, or where do they end and you begin? So it's kind of like you merge. They feel like you merge into them. That's ultimately why they are watching you. So common behaviors to watch out for. They monitor your social media. Oh yeah, my friends, that is the most kind of common way that they are going to be watching you, is probably through your social media. It's an easier source. It's an easier way to keep tabs of someone, but without actually keeping tabs. They will monitor your posts, comments, likes, so they know exactly what's going on. So if anything new shows up, they're going to know, oh, that's a new person in that person's life. They will most probably create fake profiles. That is a way that they do it. So if you are facing this at the moment, please watch out for like fake profiles or ones that you don't recognize. They probably won't comment, but it's more about stalking and watching you. For some of you, it might be constant phone calls or constant text messages. Maybe it might be from a number that you don't know. Maybe they're going to hide themselves in that way. Ultimately, it will all be done covertly so that you don't realize. For some of you, they might even also show up unannounced. And this is really upsetting, really scary, because you are trying to get on with your life and this person shows up. It's almost as though they take control of the situation because they're showing up at a time that might not work for you. It's a shock. You're not prepared. So it's very much raw emotion that you're going to be operating from. And also think about it. They're like disturbing your day. They're like disturbing you. They're showing up in a place somewhere that is totally unexpected, which means that they know that they're going to do that. You didn't. So that takes away the control from you. They might also be interrogating friends. They might be showing up, talking with friends or family, trying to find out information on you. If you have good friends, obviously they're not going to disclose this information, but narcissists have a good way of being able to get this off them. They might even be texting or trying to get in communication with your family. So this is another way that they can get in. So there are psychological effects of being watched. For sure there is. It does affect you in some way and it's going to have a negative impact. Like, of course it is. Who wants to be watched? Who wants to feel that they are constantly being surveillanced? And I feel like for most of us, this ups our paranoia and our anxiety, because the thing is, you're trying to understand, why is this person doing this? Like, why would you do this? Relationship's over, they're with somebody else. You might also be trying to move on and be with someone else. But the fact is that you are trying to find meaning and understanding why this person is doing this. So this is going to make you even more anxious, and along comes with it is paranoia. Also, added to the fact, it might mean that it will suspend you in time, meaning that it will keep you stuck. You might not even want to leave your home or your apartment to go out because you're afraid. In a way, you are afraid of this person. So fear comes up, all of this that stops you from being able to live your life. Another aspect of this is self-censorship. So what happens is that you are going to limit your behavior, censor yourself, because the way that you interact or the information that you give out to other people about yourself, like even if someone asks you, how's your day gone? What's been going on with you? You are going to be very limited in what you say because you're worried that perhaps at some point, some way, this information is going to get to the narcissist. It affects the way that you interact with others. And also there'll be a fear because you don't want to trigger the narcissist. You don't want to have any instances with them. So you're going to be very careful about what you say. The other aspect is loss of privacy. So you feel like you can't be yourself. You feel that you just cannot feel comfortable being yourself because you're worried about being watched. You're worried about how others are going to view you or judge you. And you're also worried about whether this information is going to get to the narcissist. Your private life isn't private anymore. It's out there, it's being watched. And this has such dire effects on your psychology and emotional well-being. The other very unfortunate aspect of this is the constant validation seeking. So when you know that you are being watched by the narcissist, or you suspect that you are, for most of us, we tend to adapt our behavior, meaning that we are seeking validation indirectly or directly from the narcissist. Perhaps you might want to please them. Perhaps you might want to get some sort of reaction from them. For those of us who are in a trauma bond, for those of us who may have not got closure and wanting to understand this a little bit more, thinking that if you behave in a certain way, you will get the validation, you will get what it is that you are seeking. Or it might be that you will adapt it to avoid confrontation or punishment from the narcissist. And this can be particularly true, like especially if you still have to be in contact with them. For example, you might have children, you might have assets, and you feel that if you behave in a certain way that pleases them or avoids conflict, again, you will adapt your behavior. This can be exhausting. Emotional exhaustion is real. Having to think, overthink, why this, why that, this makes you tired. This makes you numb. And this is the issue, making it difficult to think clearly. There's burnout, and it's really hard to maintain healthy boundaries. So what do you do? What I would say to you is, at this point, if you are experiencing this, you need to set boundaries, healthy boundaries for you. You need to limit your exposure on social media because you know they're watching you. So at this time, maybe you will need to limit the amount of time that you are on social media and what you are posting. Be aware of technology. Check your devices. There are tracking apps and things like that. So just be aware that this could be a thing. And also just maybe you can even get them checked out at your local technology store. Tell your friends and your family that this is what you are going through. So if they get any interaction from the narcissist or a strange account, can't tell them that this is the reason, or it could be a possible reason why this is happening. But look, if you don't engage with them, if you don't overthink this, don't live in fear. Don't let this affect you on a daily basis. I understand that you probably want to process this, but don't let this affect you to the point where you are not able to live your life in a way that is congruent for you. Guys, if you are facing this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. And guys, it's going to be okay. Thank you so much for watching. And please do give this video a thumbs up and please like and share. Until next time, goodbye.